What do you make of DJ Carey leaving the under-20 job for Kilkenny and minor footballers, by the way? But what do you think? I mean, Leinster title this year, didn't get a Leinster title in 2018 in his first season. Do you think is that the reason that he's not there for next year?
They kind of limped out in the All-Ireland semi-finals against Cork, to be fair. But I was down at the under-21, under-20 final against Wexford, where they kind of controlled the game. Not an unbelievably good side, but they got a Leinster title that they should get. Do you know what I mean? You're maximising what you have. It wasn't an unbelievable squad, but he did what he had to do.
Son at centre back.
Yeah, son at centre back.
And rightly so. That's not a loaded comment.
He would have had, like, Adrian Mullen obviously was kind of the star player. Missed the Leinster final. Didn't play particularly well under 20 actually. To be fair, you'd wonder, like the minor football post as well. I thought that was kind of a project. They obviously had a brilliant result this year. They had a couple of bad results as well. But where you're coming from really low base. So there's great progress made. You'd wonder, is there another project or something in the offing maybe?
Well, just before we go to that, I think it is disappointing to lose to that Cork team in the All-Ireland semi-final when Cork got battered so badly by Tipperary in the final. Now, that same Cork team had been only pipped at the post in the Munster final. It was
still a good Cork side,
but it's not as star-studded as the Cork team from the year before, we'll say. Even so, now, what jobs are out there that DJ Carey, would he be thinking, I can jump into senior, into county management straight away? I'm sure he can. Like, it's not like he's an newbie. He's 48 years of age. He's plenty of experience, no doubt. The Waterford role is there. It's only a hen's kick down the road.
That's the one that would jump out to you. Like.
But who would want to manage Waterford at this particular moment? Not because they don't have class players. They definitely have a lot of class players. Maybe there's a couple of holes that need to be plugged. But just, it didn't go well in Pádraig Fanning's year, of course. Last year for Derek McGrath, it didn't go great. You have a lot of people giving out about the style of hurling. So you've got a county that's going to give out if things aren't going well. Within that, when things are at such a low ebb, the question is always, well, things can't get any worse. But as you know, in off-league, things can always get worse. That's not even a smart comment. I just wonder, taking over Waterford when the county board aren't supposed to be the easiest to deal with, you wonder, are they going to get all the resources that they want, whoever is manager? I just wonder, would now be the time to go in?
Tadhg de Bourke is going to be out for the year as well. Like, you're starting, it's not simple. I think
it's a late start as well.
Yeah.
Like, to not be appointed at this stage, as is the case with a few counties.
I think it's probably built for someone like Peter Queally, who has always wanted a job, and none of that bothers him. He doesn't care who is not available to him, or whether Kevin Moran and the Brick retire. He doesn't care. He just wants the Waterford job and wants to progress them as much as possible. For an outside man coming in, you want the perfect storm. You want a lot of things kind of coming together, and I don't think it's a great starting point for him. Obviously, he's great experience with Carlow IT as well, and now with the Kilkenny 20s. But no, I don't think it would be a good fit for him at the moment.
Do you think another county might be a good fit for him?
Yeah, because a county maybe away from the top table would be a good fit for him. Like, if he did, then you'd have yet another of the Kilkenny of Cody's kittens managing a senior.
I don't know, would he ever consider be a kitten? Would he? Like, he was probably close to veteran player when Cody even took over. But like, I don't know if a team that isn't at Liam McCarthy level, if he'd be interested.
I don't know. Carlow IT were not on the radar when he took over.
Yeah, but like, for example, Carlow, their county side, Colin Bonner is staying on there, so that's them out of contention. Awfully.
Maybe he'd go in as a coach at someone. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. Maybe he'd go in. Bonner hasn't got his backroom team ratified yet, and by all accounts was still on the lookout. Maybe he would go back in as a coach or something. It's a different type of a role, and you gain an awful lot of experience as well, while not having maybe all the pressures of the organisation side of things underneath you. You wouldn't know.
With the other counties that don't have a manager at the moment, like Clare, Donal Maloney may well stay on. That just hasn't been clarified just yet. Galway don't have a manager. I couldn't see it happening with either of those. It's too far of a trek, isn't it?
No, I couldn't see that.
Yeah. As a player, where would you rank DJ? Because if you think of the goats of Kilkenny hurling, you're probably, like, there are so many, but you're probably going to narrow it down in the forward line anyway to Henry Shefflin, TJ Reid, maybe Eddie Brennan, and DJ Carey.
As good as Eddie Brennan was, like,
probably not quite in the others.
I think there's a top three.
Yeah,
I think there's a top three. The only regret I have, it's not a regret actually, it's maybe a format regret, is we see so much of the players now. There were a couple of years with DJ where you might have only seen 1 or 2 games. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Imagine you were seeing him every week throughout the summer. Like DJ won All-Stars. I think he won an All-Star in 94, having played 1 championship game.
Well, I was actually going to say that to you. So Cody took over in late 1998 and DJ Carey won 9 All-Stars. He won 3 of his All-Stars only with Cody. So while Kilkenny were up and down throughout the 90s and down for a nice bit of the middle portion, they won in 92 and 93, yeah, because Tip won in 91, of course. Sure, who could forget? The fact that he won 6 All-Stars during a period where Kilkenny were nowhere near as dominant as afterwards, and to go on and win 9 All-Stars, I think that's possibly more impressive than some of the guys who collected a similar amount of All-Stars later on when the team was just battering everyone.
I think it's kind of like what TJ is doing now. It's not the strongest Kilkenny team in the world in relative terms compared to other teams, but yet he was carrying them. I remember, I think he had about 20 steps. I remember the goal at the kick goal against Wexford. Absolutely broke their hearts. He was kept quiet for 65 minutes against Offaly in 94 and 95 and got 2 goals, I think, in the last 5 minutes of both games. He just had the ability to do that. He was unbelievable. When he got that ball, there was just that buzz. Like the Ollie Baker point in the O2 final is just like he literally turned him inside out, like the one off the hurling, and Davy literally just signals, puts the hurl up, just taps the. It's almost like tipping the cap to him.
I hate when if I'm on a team with a goalkeeper, if he taps the crossbar when another guy hits a ball over the bar, I think that's like telling the whole crowd this lad's after knocking it over, and it's giving a boost to the other team. It's like a doffing of the cap.
Which would you prefer? The keeper that tips the crossbar, or the keeper that blatantly is like waving a ball that goes over the middle of the bar wide, like, and looking at the umpires and waving his hands like this?
Well, one are as pointless as the other. The thing about DJ is, anytime you got the ball, and being from a rival neighbouring county, there was still just a buzz of anticipation when he got it. There was something like something's going to happen here.
Yeah. So he was so fast. He was so fast.
He estimated in an interview I did with him that he broke his hand 70 or 80 times, and that's why he wore the ash guard, because he had lads flaking him the whole time.
He basically he missed shag all games. Considering then he had the famous green ash guards. Remember, they basically came in on the back of him.
Yeah, and the size of him. It was like putting an oven mitt on the outside of your hand. Would you pick him ahead of TJ and Henry Shefflin?
See, DJ was when I was growing up, and you're not looking at hurling as close to me as you are now. Like I would have Henry probably ahead of him, and TJ probably very close by him. But you're watching them more now, and you're analysing it more.
And you've more games to watch per season.
And there's more of an appreciation of it. Like, we didn't see DJ in league games. Do you know what I mean? Whereas league games now are scrutinised like championship games. It would be interesting to see if he's playing under the current format, because he was just so good that if he played 5 games, he's probably going to be unbelievable in 4 of them. But back then, 5 games could be over 2 or 3 years, championship games.
Who's more exciting of the 3?
I think DJ was the most exciting.
Yeah, I'd give DJ number 1 with excitement. Maybe TJ for number 1 for throwing the team up on his back because of what he's done in the last few years when the team isn't as strong. Obviously, Shefflin's unbelievable, and maybe he's the reason that the team ticked so well the way it did. But he did have Tommy Walsh, JJ Delaney, all these other brilliant players around him.
DJ just had that X factor, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there a player now that does that? That gives you that, Con is one. Con O'Callaghan is one. Both in football and hurling, when he gets the ball, you're just thinking something's going to happen here. Yeah, something's going to happen here. Yeah. Remember DJ kept going in the county final. He got 3 frees in the last 5 minutes, all 21s or something like that as well. He phenomenal, and even the couple of county titles that he won with Young Ireland's as well, kind of lifting them over the line. Borough played Young Ireland's in, I think it was the O2 Leinster final, in the worst conditions I've ever seen, 2-5 to 1-2. DJ was playing the same.
It sounds like a Donegal club match.
And then he ended up, Charlie Carter was captain, of course, and DJ, because when Charlie walked away, then DJ ended up captaining them to All-Ireland glory then that year as well. But yeah, just a phenomenal player.
Let us know who you think is the most exciting and best of those 3 players.
As exciting players, I'm not too sure. You'll do well find the more exciting player.